collection. I've kind of tried to make myself look and feel as autumnal as possible in August. Feels very, very strange. But there is a reason that I'm talking about autumn and winter in August, and that's because all the autumn winter collections have finally come out, and this is one of my favourite times of the year. So I had a little look through all the autumn winter collections, and I definitely had a favourite, and I picked up a few bits from that collection. So the ones I'm going to talk to you guys about today are Chanel, Dior and Givenchy. They are probably, in my opinion, the main ones that I tend to look for, I tend to really fall in love with. Of course there are people that do other autumn winter collections, but for me those are the main three. So let's get started with kind of the big dog, and that is Chanel. I went and had a little look at the Chanel collection. It was the last one to come out of all of them. For me, I kind of had a lot of things that were quite similar to the collection. I really liked that it had a lot of warm colours in it. The fall palette was absolutely beautiful, as was their kind of long palette that had sort of really brown, earthy tones in it. Like, the whole collection was just really earthy and natural and warming, and I really liked it. But to be honest, there wasn't really anything that jumped out at me and grabbed me and made me kind of really fall in love with it. And I feel like that a lot with Chanel, which is really sad, because one day I will find something that blows me away and makes me just fall in love with the brand. But yeah, as much as I loved the collection, I just felt like this this palette here, the Givenchy Confidence, this one kind of, oh, sorry, my brushes just fell out then. This one kind of had those kind of orangey, greeny, earthy tones that the other Chanel quad had, so I kind of felt like I didn't really need to buy something that I already had. And in terms of the kind of neutral palette that they did, I've had my eye on the Dior Eye Reviver palette since it came out, so for me, I didn't really need both, and I felt like the Eye Reviver palette would just kind of, I don't know, it would just be a lot more natural and easy to wear. So, and I didn't really need any blushes, lipsticks, I've got thousands. So, as much as I really loved the collection and I loved those earthy tones, it just kind of wasn't for me. Next we come to Dior, which is one of my favourite brands. Honestly, they kind of made me fall in love with the higher end makeup. So for me, I'm usually so excited to see their collections. This one just kind of didn't hit the spot. I don't know what it was, but the palettes to me just seemed a little bit awkward, a little bit off. They just kind of, they just weren't there, and I don't know what it was about them. I already had the highlighter because that was in the Christmas collection, so that would have been the thing I really kind of would have gone for. But yeah, I mean, the lipsticks were nice, but again, they weren't really blowing me away. So Dior kind of left me a little bit disappointed, and I was kind of really sad about that. So unfortunately, Chanel and Dior, they were both beautiful, but they just weren't for me this year. Now we come to Givenchy, which was my favourite collection. It was all inspired by that kind of leather, vinyl, shiny look, which I absolutely fell in love with. I thought it was beautiful. So yeah, I got a few bits from that collection, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I got. So the first thing that I picked out was the must-have kind of key item in the look, and that is the palette that I'm wearing today. It's this one here. So you've kind of got a kind of light shimmery colour. This has actually got a slight purple tone to it, so it's kind of not just a white, it's actually got a purple tone, which I thought was really cool. Then you kind of come to this really cranberry kind of colour. I was loving this. Today I've got these kind of colours on, the more purpley tones. But you can kind of really mix it up. I love with this palette that you can kind of go from a really pink smoky eye to a really purple smoky eye. Also, I never really wear purples. Purples are kind of one of those colours I just don't really wear. So I'm really excited about this palette because I have actually been wearing it, and although it is a very bold, smoky kind of palette, like, you can't really wear it in a subtle way, which I really like. I think when it comes to autumn and winter, it's kind of really nice to wear these kind of really shimmery, bold eye colours with a really plum lip. I love it. So yeah, I've been absolutely loving this, and I love the packaging. It's so cool. It's kind of like a felt kind of feel. Normally the packaging just looks like this, so you can kind of see It's a little bit special, but yeah, I absolutely love it. It's been really durable as well. I wasn't sure about this silver, but it's been roaming around in my bag for a while now and it hasn't broken off, so it is really good quality. Next item that I picked out was new this year. They had two cream blushes. One of them was actually from the other autumn winter collection last year. It was like a bright pink. I picked up this little sort of more of a natural pink. It's what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. I really love this. This has a really kind of dewy finish to it. It's very natural looking. Although the colour looks super duper scary when you get it out. It looks really, really scary, but it goes on really, really natural. You only need a really small amount. And this one is actually 70% water in here, so it always has a really natural effect. It's really, really hydrating as well, so it really is perfect, 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 perfect for autumn winter time. Now, I absolutely fell in love with their 318 lipstick. It was kind of this really nice brick red, but when I looked through my lipsticks I couldn't justify it because I've already got this kind of brick red colour from Elizabeth Arden and it's barely been touched. So this is going to be my autumn winter red. It's kind of like a darker red, although actually that's quite bright on the camera, but it comes out a little bit darker, so I'm going to be wearing this one instead of the 318 because I really don't need any more red lipsticks. But I did pick up the red lip gloss. This is what I'm wearing on my lips at the moment as well. I'm kind of wearing the collection so you guys can see what it looks like. It's kind of like a pinky kind of red, and this is similar to their lip gloss, which is kind of like a clear colour. Basically it changes colour depending on the pH balance in your skin, so it's always meant to complement your skin, make it look the perfect colour for you. So I think this is really, really clever, and this is kind of the intense version of it, so it's meant to give you kind of like a deep pink or a deep red or a deep peach depending on your skin tone. I always get this really bold pink, which when I had blonde hair was amazing. Now I've got red hair, it's a bit clashy, but I like to clash, so for me I'm really liking this. It is a stain as well, which I'm a huge fan of, so if you're drinking tea, which I do a lot in autumn winter, you know, if you rub it off you can kind of get that matte but you've still got that colour coming through, so loving this. Now, I needed a new eyeliner, but I didn't pick up the liner vinyl, which is the one that stays shiny, just because I still have the original Parad'eyes, so I don't actually really need a new eyeliner. But the Parad'eyes is really good, and the liner vinyl kind of stays that kind of shiny effect, which is really cool, but I've just bought a new eyeliner, so I didn't really need or could justify getting a new one. So, but that was really cool, and I really do like the Parad'eyes, so if you have the chance to pick up the liner vinyl, definitely pick that one up. But I did get one of these kind of princess items, one of those items you really don't need, but I really liked it because it kind of had, I mean, I've never seen it. I mean, it's different. I've never come across this before. It's basically a mascara top coat. So it is a top coat for your lashes. It looks like this. So it's kind of got this kind of wand applicator. It's almost, it's like a lip gloss, like you want to put it on like a lip gloss, but really don't put it on like a lip gloss. And you just sort of put it over your lashes, and it makes them really intense, kind of have that wet shiny leather look. It's really cool. I'm kind of saving this for like nights out in autumn winter because it's very dramatic, it's very bold, but it doesn't really clump them together, so this is a really cool product. One I didn't really need, but I really liked it, so really happy with this one. So that is everything that I picked up from the autumn winter collections. I'm a little bit sad that I didn't love the Chanel and Dior as much as I hoped I would, but I'm really happy with all the Givenchy bits I got. I can't wait to start using them, and they're getting me really excited for autumn, which is my favourite time of year. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I got, and I will see you next week. Bye guys!